Hi, I'm Jian and this is my second video of how I chose my Pilates course in UK near London. And to give you a little bit of my background story, I have experience getting a certificate in Korea for quite minor exercise. And in UK, I hold level 2 gym instructor course certificate, and I'm going through level 3 personal training course. So that's why I chose Pilates. And also I'm really interested in spine, like neutral position and like correct positions. So I thought it will be a great idea for me to get it. Before I dive in, these are like kind of like my ideas of how to choose it wisely, because with all this background, I found out I can kind of understand how this course works better than before. So this is just to give you an idea, and there's nothing wrong or right. Hopefully it helps, and I will dive in. So there are 4 things. First, that I was considering, which is price, job related, globally known, and who is it partnered with. Price, I guess everyone have budget. Yes, me too. For job related, when I searched Pilates instructor in UK, I found out there were more needs of reformer instructor. So I thought I should at least get reformer course to find the job. I mean, it would be better for me to get a job in that case. So reformer was the first choice for me, and MET was the second thing. However, MET is kind of like a basic, so having a MET course and then reformer is actually the right way to get the certificate. And also globally known. This one was because I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay in UK for all my life, if I can even. So that's why it should be known back in my country, Korea. And I mean, if it's more international, it's better because I can go to other countries, right? And I've heard so many things that you just get like a really cheap one, and then later on you'll be eventually getting an international one because you know how, I don't know how strong it is. So yeah, this time, because I have minor exercise certificate, I wanted something really international, globally known. And lastly, who is it partnered with? This is not like you're guaranteed to get a job right after you get the certificate, but it's more like if these all people know who is partnered with know about the certificate, that means they understand like how big this is, how big deal is it. Yeah, so that's why I also checked who is it partnered with. So for example, I found London Pilates Academy, and this was like, I think this was like the only place that said like level 3 Pilates instructor course. It looked great. It had a clinical trial bundle, which was much out of my budget. However, it was super cool because you can get referral from GP. This is something I haven't really heard of or seen in any of other places. So I thought it's really cool. However, it only had, in Asia, they only had an office in Japan. So it was kind of no for me. However, if you're staying in UK, that can be a really nice option. So after all these 4 things, there are 5 things that you need to know to actually correctly calculate how much it will be to get your certificate. This is really important, really important. So these are observation, physical review, and practical teaching, and exam fee, compulsory program. These things kind of are everywhere, like every course has it. For example, exam fee, I found 2 places that does the same course. However, it seemed like there were around £200 worth of difference, and I was like, oh well, I'm going for the cheaper one. However, I found out there is an exam fee of $250 per course, so it's actually much more expensive, right? And it's also same as the compulsory program. They might have some program that you need to buy before or after the course. Please ask before you register, and please call them, ask if there is any extra fee you need to pay. And for 3 things, the observation, physical review, and the practical teaching, these are really important, because whether the training center has like med classes or not, or reformer classes or not, it's quite important. I found a place that delivers med course, however they don't have med classes in the center. They did say, well, if you go to other like center and say can you do some observation time, they will be like free of charge. However, you don't really know, right? And also they didn't really say like go to this center, or I even asked like, is there some kind of list of places I can go? However, they just said there is no list of places you can go, but it's really up to you. It can cost you more. I'm not sure if there is a instructor who are willing to give you a free observation class, even though you guys are not related. But anyway, and physical review or practice teaching, some places they give you an option to hire the place for a fee. So it says at least minimum of 15 hours of practice teaching. They say you can do it at home, in your studio, or in your room. But as a person who've already delivered a class before, I know it's a huge difference. Like how you treat the class is already different. So renting a studio is actually really expensive, and it's times minimum 15. So if it's like £10, it sounds cheap, but it's like £150 in total minimum. So please check if they let you use their center for free or let you practice for free, because it's all extra money. And lastly, this is last but not least, the really important thing again is to check if there is your favorite equipment. It sounds kind of weird, but for me, my sister likes ballet. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but so she wanted me to learn ballet at one point. And while I was searching, I saw a lot of places have reformer classes. However, they have different equipments, like their own equipments, or they don't have it even. So if you have kind of those favorite equipments that you like to use in the future, try to find it beforehand if they give you any other choices, and if there is a renew fee. So this is something that you never actually think about while before you register a course. But for example, one of the certificate that I was really interested in, they had they said the qualification are valid for 2 years, and you need to renew it. It is like £75 prior to expiry, but if it expires, it's £150 to renew it. And also there was another one that you need to take certain amount of workshop in order to be up to date. It makes sense. So it means it will cost you more money in the future, and nobody wants to be a Pilates instructor for 2 years, spending this amount of money and lose it, right? So it is quite important if there is the renewal fee. So hopefully everything kind of made clear sense, and this is about it. I hope I can share more about my course later when it starts, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.